Hi everyone, Mr. Dowling back here again. For this drawing I'm going to be using 2B pencil just so that you can see it better with the video, but in your own drawings I recommend H or 2H. So just going to draw the setup first. So as you know, connect back to S from the leftmost and rightmost points. From here, next thing we do, bisector angle. Open up the compass a tiny bit, scribe an arc from each of these points. This will find us the direct center of the two angles, which will be helpful in finding our perpendicular line to S. Okay, so already picture plane. Next, we need to find ground line. Quite simply, parallel line to the picture plane. Giving yourself enough room, so I'd recommend drawing a bit down. And in this question, the horizon line is 50 mil above the ground line. So, come up your 50 mil, draw parallel once again. Now we have ground line, horizon line. Our last step is to find our vanishing points. So for this, we're going to need to go vertical from the spectator and horizontal from the spectator. You might need to extend your picture plane slightly, just so you see where it hits it. Perfect. 1 and 2. Bring both of these points down, perpendicular to the picture plane, to touch the height line. Need to extend the height line also just a tiny bit. Now we have BP1, BP2. That's our setup done. Next, we need to find all of the points in plan that are going to help us. So we have 1, bring down second point. These two are corresponding, so 1 and 2. And bring down the rest of our points. So we know that our bottom corner is already touching the picture plane, so straight away this can be brought down perpendicular. So this is our point, the most important point for our drawing. Now we can just connect this point back to both of our vanishing points. That's step 1 done. Okay, so I'm going to get into the main part of the drawing now, and for this we're just going to need to highlight all of our points that cross the picture plane. So for each of these points, what we need to do is bring them all down perpendicular to the picture plane. So parallel line like this, which is also perpendicular. Just do that for each of the points that I've highlighted. We have 1 done. So set up perpendicular, bring them down lightly because we don't want too much disruption in the drawing. Perfect. So we know that our leftmost and rightmost points are going to be the end of the drawing. So I'll follow this rightmost point down and follow the line straight down. There's a point. Same with the leftmost, follow it down. There's another point. Perfect. So next step is to find the heights. We're going to find these from elevation and always put it from your bottom point. So what I did here, go straight up from this point and plot my height. That's height 1. Height 1. Height 2. So height 1 is the height of the base, height 2, the height of the total object. So what I'm going to do here, we know that this line can be heavied in, and we can lightly connect it back to both of the vanishing points. Perfect. Now we can more or less finish off our base without bringing down any more points by connecting this point back to vanishing point 1 and back to vanishing point 2. Great. We're going to leave this light for now, the back side. We can heavy in the front. We'll leave the back side light because you might need to rub some of it out. Now, we need to find the second height. So I'm going to start with grabbing the height in elevation and plotting it in the middle. Again, I used the bottom point straight up from it and plot my height. Now we're not going to connect back just yet. What we need to do is bring these lines down. So we're going to connect these back to the spectator, just like so. And again, where these cross, here and here, bring them perpendicular. Perfect. So we know that straight up from here it's going to be a point, slightly straight from here will be another point. So what we're trying to do here, we're trying to find along here is going to be the edge, and also along here is going to be the edge. So we need to do the same for the back points. So where this point and this point cross the picture plane is where we are going to bring them perpendicular. So follow it down, perpendicular, that's going to be a point on the base. Same with this one, follow it down. It's going to be another point on the base. What we can do here is lightly connect them to our vanishing points and they will correspond, which is perfect. Same with this one, they correspond, which is perfect. So we have half of the outline of the front and half the outline of the back. What we need to do now, connect our sides out to the base. So we have 1, 2, 3 and 4. Again, connect these to the spectator. And where they cross, we're just going to bring them down, again perpendicular, to find them on the base. So we have 1 point, second point, third point, and our final point is going to be here. Great. So now we can connect these points, which should also correspond. connect them back to your vanishing point. Now we have the outline of the base. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we can use our height by connecting it back both directions to our vanishing points and connect the dots. So you can see that the height line that we marked is slightly offset to the bottom corner. All we have to do is bring it up to where it's going back to vanishing point. Same here, follow it back, connect this point now to the vanishing point, follow your height and connect. From here, all we have to do is connect both of these to the vanishing points, bring a line up to meet it, and once again connect to the vanishing point. And with that, our drawing is just about complete. Some important things to remember: when another object is coming from a base, find the points on the base. So bring them out to touch the base in each direction. It'll give us a shape that looks like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points out on the base, and mark them here. That'll help us to find the offset. And another important point, please label everything. So picture plane, vanishing points, height line, ground line. That'll help you just to distinguish different points on your object and you won't get confused. Thank you.